Alex, it just what starts out. This is a game full of big storylines this week. It's we're going to talk about the seniors. We're going to talk about playing for the East Division, getting to the conference championship game, and on top of all that, it's Western Kentucky. So that's a lot to manage.
Yeah, obviously starting with the senior week. I think I feel like I've had about 3 of them at this point. But, it looks like I'm not going to get another one. I mean, unless something else comes out, I think this is my last one. So I got to really soak it in this week and really just enjoy the time I have left with my guys. Hopefully we got a couple more games ahead of us. We'll see what happens. But, after that, obviously this is a pretty big game. Always has been around here. Rivalry game, if you will. That's what a lot of people like to call it. But we wouldn't want it any other way. Last game of the year, we're getting the opportunity to compete for a conference championship this week, and if we can pull it out, we get to go. So lay it out on the line. It's the last one we got, so we got to just give it all we got.
The feeling I'm kind of getting is you guys are treating this like it's playoffs. You're in the playoffs right now. This is just next round opponent.
Yep. No, in the live room we called last week the Elite Eight, and we're in the Final Four right now, trying to get to the national championship. Well, ours. Yep.
Alex, talking with Coach Huff after the game on Saturday, I was asking about the offensive line play. You guys played really well against Charlotte. He said that after that UAB game, he really challenged you guys and made it for a really rough week of practice, and that you guys kind of answered that challenge. Just what was that like? What did you guys go through to kind of get things turned around there going into the Charlotte game?
Well, since I've been here, me, Will, when Tariq was on the team, Kane, everybody, since we've been here and been playing since redshirt freshman, we prided ourselves on, being the toughest O-line out there. And last week was not that. That's not who we are. That's not what we do here at Marshall. And, he did challenge us to be better than we were, but, we set a goal. We set a goal of 300 rushing yards. And I'll be damned if we got it, man. But, we got there, and obviously our quarterback didn't get touched, and that's a big thing for us too. So, we pride ourselves on running the ball and nobody touching Grant or Isaiah or Chase. All the quarterbacks since I've been here, but it's that's how it's always been, and I'm glad that we kind of got back on track to that this past week. But we need to keep it rolling, and there's a standard of excellence in our room, and me and Will have done a good job of setting it. All the coaches we've had have done a really good job of setting it, and I don't want there to be any fall off.
When you look at this Western Kentucky team on defense, what do they do well? Where do they cause problems for other teams?
Turnovers, definitely. They're really good at getting the ball back to their offense, and they play sound defense, and they have a good front seven, and we just need to play our offense. We need to take care of the football, and we need to make sure that we minimize the self-inflicted wounds. We can't have any drive killers. We can't have a lot of that stuff going on, because they have a really talented offense and defense. We can't. This is not a game where it could be like, oh, we threw a pick. We'll be fine. We'll come back and get it back. We need to really lock into the details this week and make sure we have great decision making and making sure that we're just playing sound football.
Alex, how similar, I know that obviously their offense looks completely different. How similar are they from last year whenever you all went down there, and pretty much had your way with them? How similar is the personnel and scheme that they're doing now?
Well, on defense, it's pretty the same. Honestly, it's kind of the same. Obviously, the guys got a little bit more experience, the younger guys that were playing. I think they got a couple transfers, a couple guys that have moved positions, but a lot of the personnel's the same and the defensive scheme's the same. They're really good football players. I said that last year after we played them. I think now they're starting to bond together and they're starting to really hit their stride on defense, and it's showing on the film. So it's gonna be a good test.
Alex, was it a little bit of a blueprint last week, the way you guys possessed the ball and excuse me, and ran it so well? Because they're going to want as many opportunities as they can, and if you can hold the ball and let Ali and run the ball and kind of chew up some time of possession, is that sort of what your plan is?
Yesterday we only had one practice so far, one day of meetings, and right now I think it's just the plan is just to play our game. Obviously, there's been games where we've ran the ball really well. There's been games where we've thrown the ball really well. And I think that we're really going to work to try to put it together and just kind of play our game. Whether that is holding the ball a long time, whether it's tempo, just kind of the feel of the game. I don't really think we ever decide on that. I think it just kind of happens in the game. And whatever happens and we hit our stride in game, our coaches will put us in good positions to make good plays.
Alex, I know we've joked a lot this year about how long you and Will, the 6-year senior guys, have been around, but with senior day coming up for you and Will in particular, I know you guys are really tight. What's this week been like? What do you expect Saturday to be like? Just a lot of emotions going on there?
Yeah, a lot of emotions. It's sad. Because, I've spent the past 6 years, I've spent most of my adult life here. I came here, when I got to Marshall, I was 17 years old. I'm 23 now. And it's just it's bittersweet. I guess I got to eventually leave Huntington, West Virginia and figure out what the outside world's like. Who knows? I might end up never leaving. I love this place. But it's sad, but I've really been blessed with the amount of people that I've met and the amazing people in this community, because there's a lot of people that I can call family and friends and I can come back and see whenever. And I think this has been the place I was always supposed to be because of all the amazing people in it, on top of the football career and the academic career that I've had.
Alex, I know that for you guys that came in 16, obviously that was a really tough year, a 3-9 season that you all had each other, and that was basically it. And we all know how that season ended against this same opponent. To be playing them in your final game in the Joan, and to be able to cement your legacy as super seniors and get this team to the CUSA championship, does it feel like this is a fitting course for where you all been as a group?
Yeah. Since 2016, we've, with Luke Day and his task of toughness and his, just everything we went through as a team, highs, lows, 2017 starting out 6-1 and then losing 4 out of our last 5, and 2018 losing a big one, 2019 losing a big one when we needed to win, and then finally doing it in 2020 and falling short. We've been through a lot together, especially my class that has been here through it all. And it does seem fitting. But like I said, we wouldn't want it any other way. I feel like there's been a point every single year in my career where our back has been against the wall in some somehow, some way. And I'm pretty much used to it at this point. And I'm excited for it, and I know a lot of my teammates are ready to go. Good?
All good. Thanks, sir.
Yeah. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.